So here's a bit of a guide of how to do DPF resets. So the first thing you should do is go into live data and search for soot. So soot in particle filter, and then you can see that value there. So it's 26 grams. So it's always good practice to go into there just to see what the data is before you do the resets, and then that's how you can determine if the reset has been successful or not. So after you've done that, you need to go into special functions and adaptives after replacing the particle filter, or words to that effect on different vehicles. So we'll just carry out that function. Sometimes it could be DPF data reset, reset learn values, reset ash accumulation, etc. So we'll just wait for this process to finish. So now that command is finished, we'll come back out of that and we'll go back into live data and we'll search for the same values that we searched for at the beginning. There we are. We can now see that it is reading 0 grams. So we can now work with confidence knowing that we've reset the DPF learned values. So if you're doing a DPF delete on any vehicle, this is going to be the same process you'll follow for every vehicle. And once you've applied the DPF delete software, it's always advisable to get this live data up while you're driving the van. Drive the van so it gets up to temperature or around 15 to 20 minutes, and make sure you monitor that soot level and make sure it doesn't increase. If it does start to increase, then you've got issues with your DPF delete file and you'll need to source another one or ask your file provider to make an amendment. So just a quick video on how to do some DPF resets and what to look out for. Hope it's been helpful. Stay tuned for more videos.